How about stress relief tea? So I work a lot with stress, mental health, trauma. Those are kind of my focuses. So I have many formulas that I've created over the years. I have a lot of go-to plants. And, it's always going to be a struggle to get a specific formula or favorite plant for those purposes out of me. But I really thought about it and thought, what would be a tea that I might recommend to a kind of wide swath of folks who are just like, I just kind of want to feel like I can relax and show up, be present, enjoy connecting with people, or find some pleasure relating to plants, or just kind of be more present to myself. That's really how I think about stress. It's like being able to be as present as possible, or the lack of stress or less stress is being able to be as present as possible, and to really get to be a little bit more available for what brings you joy, for a little more comfort, a little more ease, a little more sense of your purpose, or what you're here for. So that can look all kinds of ways for different people, right? Some people need a bit more kind of enlivening to reach that place, and some folks need a bit more relaxation and kind of opening to reach that. So it depends is the answer, really. But there are plants that we as herbalists might refer to as amphoteric, maybe amphoteric nervines, that are both kind of enlivening and awakening, and also relaxing and settling. And in particular, while there are lots of those non-aromatic nervines that are more bitter, that work wonderfully, I find that to get that amphoteric effect, often I'm using at least some we're working with some of the more aromatic nervines, because they can both brighten and liven, kind of uplift and disperse, and then also relax and, help to kind of settle and ease us. So when I don't know how a person got there, I kind of also don't always know what the road through that would be. So I'm looking for that kind of amphoteric formula. So for me, it's the lemon friends. So I do use lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, but I don't use it as much as I use lemon verbena and lemongrass. And while those are not local to me in Vermont, I do grow them every year, and I am able to get a really nice harvest with growing them outside and then bringing them in and overwintering them. So I really recommend everybody grow a little bit of lemon verbena and lemongrass if you can. So I combine those two in usually equal parts with some anise or fennel. I find the flavor, if you like that flavor, to be a really nice complement. It kind of rounds out those two lemon friends. And if you love lemon balm and have a ton of it, absolutely, you could bring that in as a third or replacement for one of the others. And then I'll usually blend in some licorice. That's just because I'm a dry guy, and all of those are kind of dry plants. And for me, stress definitely comes more when I'm more dry. And also a great anti-inflammatory. So I usually add that in, but if you don't love that flavor either, or if you just don't want the sweetness, I do try to find some way to moisten up the formula. So you might combine some mallow, just like a big chunk of mallow leaf or root. You might also really just throw a teaspoon of flax seeds into the formula when you make it, and that, just per cup. That really also creates a beautiful kind of mouthfeel, soft mouthfeel, and balances some of the real drying nature of lemon balm and lemon verbena. And then the other plants that I will play with, depending on the person and what they like, is either rose or lavender. Both play well. If you like both, you could add both. But both play well with the lemon verbena and the lemongrass and that kind of anisey, fennel-y flavor. and also kind of has that uplifting and brightening effect while also being beautifully relaxing, and kind of holding that energy of holding the heart that we, of course, all associate with rose. So lemon verbena and lemongrass as my amphoteric intervenes. They have a ton of traditional use in the places in the world that they've been used over time, which includes lots of the sort of Mediterranean and lots of North Africa, the Swana region, definitely lots of tradition of use in northeastern, Western Europe in general, because of import and sort of moving of that knowledge over time. So, and of course, lots of use of lemongrass in South Asian and East Asian medicine and cuisine. So lots of good traditions with those plants, and I'm sure others that I haven't mentioned, but just to name that if you want to learn more about them, those are lots of places to look outside of kind of typical quote Western herb books or sources.